Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Dialogue Adventure. The Dialogue Dome is us. We are a podcast on the internet that talks about things. I'm Max. This is Brendan. Hello.
Hi.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? How's it going?
Why
It's
did you say Adventure Dome?
I don't know. I don't know what's happened. I've gotten the Adventure Dome stuck in my head for some reason.
This is an Adventure Time, Max.
I don't know. I
Very
don't
different
understand
show.
it. I keep fumbling that one. It's not the Dialogue Adventure Dome. It's the fucking Dialogue Dome. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on.
Well, you didn't say what we're talking about today.
It's true. I didn't say what we were talking about today. Today, we're going to talk about something near and dear to like a few people's hearts. We're talking about astrology.
Astrology, yes. Astrological signs and all of that stuff. Okay, let's start with a very simple question. Very simple question. Do you believe in astrology?
Fuck no.
Okay, my answer to that question is absolutely not. Okay.
Yeah.
Now that we're on the same page, tell us why.
So, okay, let's pretend that we do want to believe that the stars and the planets and whatever have any sort of basis on things. Like, there's a good argument that, like, you know, the moon controls tidal forces and whatnot, and like it has such an impact on water itself, and we as human beings are like 98% water as is. So like maybe the moon is actually fucking doing something to us, but
well, because I was going to say that when there is a full moon or a new moon, I do feel like people tend to act differently, whether it's crazy or weird. And that might actually be because the moon is affecting our gravitational pull in our body.
Something.
So that's a scientific reason. So I can understand why that would happen. But it's not because of fate.
There's all this talk about fate and destiny, and do you know how absolutely horrifying it is to think that fate is real? Like,
destiny,
for some people, like, I can totally see that that's like a very calming presence in their life, that they're very like, oh my goodness, I don't have to think about everything because it's fate. This happened because it was always supposed to have happened. And I don't know. I don't like it.
Explain.
I don't like that.
I'm going to say that to the person that says that. Explain cancer.
Right? I don't
explain
know,
COVID.
Right?
Was COVID supposed to happen?
Apparently, it was supposed to have always happened because that was just the way it was. And I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Okay. Sure.
But like I think as far as astrology goes, because there was a time in my life where I was meandering. I was lost in my own sauce and didn't necessarily understand what was happening in my life. I had a ton of questions and not a lot of answers. So I went out looking for who maybe had answers. And astrology is one of those places that, like, oh, we have all the answers for you. And I wanted to believe in it. It wasn't until like you start getting these really weird horoscopes, reading the newspaper or looking on the apps or whatnot, where it's all like, oh, you are in a relationship, or it's like, no, I'm not. Or they're so broad that it could cover any number of people. That's really when I started thinking, you know, this really isn't for me. It's for you to maybe make money off of me, though I don't necessarily understand how that is. But yeah, for some people this can be very comforting, and we're just shitting on your whole belief system.
Okay, look, I'm gonna say two things here. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say two things. One, if you do believe in this astrology stuff, continue to. This is not going to be an insult to you.
Oh,
it's
no,
not going
absolutely
to be
not.
Me saying anything that will make you change your mind. Because, let's be honest, it won't. But
No.
here's my personal opinion. If your answer to everything in life
Mm-hmm.
is based on some astrological sign,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I enjoy your presence. Not
Right.
not because I don't like that you haven't answered everything,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like, it's like when you do like, oh, he's clingy to me. Well, he's a Taurus. You know what I mean? Or
Right.
something like that. Or like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, he had bananas today for breakfast. Well, of course he did. He's an Aries. I mean, like, what does that mean?
What does that
You know what I
mean?
mean? Like, it's just you
Who
can't answer
fucking
everything with an astrological sign. It
exactly?
doesn't work.
It doesn't work. And I mean, like, sure, there are some interesting personality traits that you could probably find between stuff, but it's like you're calm and cunning and clever. It's like that describes so many fucking people.
hmm
You can't just nail that down to one very specific astrological sign.
hmm
People are calm, people are clever, people are cunning. Signs aren't. And it's I don't know, it's interesting. Astrology like dates back all the way back to even before ancient Greece, all the way back to fucking what even was the society before that? I want to say Mesopotamia, but that's not it.
I mean, it was third millennium BCE.
Yeah,
Was
exactly.
it was very,
Fucking
very long time ago.
yeah.
Um,
Uh it's and it's just it's so interesting. And then there's all this other
Egypt.
information.
I think you're thinking of Egypt.
Am I thinking of Egypt? No, I'm not thinking. Maybe I'm thinking of Egypt. No, I'm thinking of like fucking the guys with the funny hats and the beard in all of the fucking stone carvings. I don't know what it's called.
I'm
Don't
thinking. Okay,
know.
there's Aztecs.
Nope.
There's Mayans.
Still nope. We're on
What?
the wrong continent.
Wait,
Uh,
which continent are we on?
I think we're still in Europe
Oh, okay.
or Euro adjacent. We're on that half of the hemisphere at minimum.
Okay.
This stuff is old
It's
as
old, very
balls.
old. Yeah. hmm
Um, so it's interesting that we've believed in something for as long as we have, but I think it's really modern day astrology, I think, isn't what it used to be.
Aha! I know which one you're talking about now. The
Yeah,
Babylonians.
that's the one. Way the fuck back.
Yeah, I mean, if we talk about astrology, it starts with the Babylonians. It's very end of the second millennium BC, going into the third millennium BC in the Sumerian period. That's what you're thinking of, the Sumerians.
That's probably it. Yeah.
Welcome to History 101, everyone.
Mhm.
But basically, there's some old Babylonian texts that talk about omen-based astrology and cuneiform.
Mhm.
And I mean, cuneiform is not only a dead language; it's like impossible to read. Nobody can read cuneiform.
Sure.
There's very, very, very small amount of people that can read cuneiform, and at this point, they're
Mhm.
still guessing.
Mhm.
But they have worked out that it is possible that Babylonians did look to the stars for some answers.
Mhm.
I mean, I feel like we look to the stars a lot for answers in general. I
For
mean,
sure.
the whole concept of God is up there too. I mean, like, come
Right.
on.
Exactly.
But what I don't really like about how modernized it's become is that
Mhm.
it used to be based on the actual stars in the sky, like the ones I'm talking about, like the constellations and the
Right.
planets that we see with the naked
Right.
eye. And now it's just become something that people can sell on a t-shirt. It's
Mhm.
very marketed.
It's a
And
commodity.
it's just become so, I don't know. It's just become so meh, meh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh. I don't know.
I agree.
I don't even know what the word to describe it is. Commercialized? Is that the word I'm thinking of? Maybe.
I probably because it really has been. It's like no,
You know.
it's insane. And again, to what purpose? Because ultimately, the type of people at least that I've seen, and the people that I definitely hate when talking about astrology in general are the people that like, oh, I don't have to answer for any of the problems that I've caused because I'm this star sign. This is just who I am, and you're going to have to accept me for that because it's just what my sign is. And it's like, that's not how it works. And you can change that.
Yeah.
It's not a permanent fixture. People change.
I'm toxic in relationships. I'm clingy. I'm always jealous type, but it's okay because, I'm a Gemini.
Right.
You can't do that. If you're toxic in relationships, you got to fix being toxic in relationships.
You gotta fix it. You gotta do fucking something.
You can't just say, "Oh, I'm this,
in.
and therefore I am just a lost cause." Like that just doesn't exist. The other thing I don't like too is that there's so many different websites and apps that all say something different. I mean,
for sure.
Like, look, okay. There was one point where I did follow this stuff, and I use an app called Nebula. Okay.
Interesting.
Now we're gonna read this together. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to read. Let me go to a website here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna literally Google daily astrology. Okay. Here's my horoscope for today on horoscope.com. Okay?
Gotcha.
I, for the record, am a Capricorn. I'm an Earth sign.
That's me as well. I'm also
we're both
Capricorn.
Capricorns, which means we're both loyal as fuck. I make that joke all the time because that's probably the only thing that is true. Anyway,
right?
I will say, okay, so here's my horoscope for today from Nebula. Okay. This for us, I should say for us today. Today, you should feel very balanced and harmonious as you manifest the things you want and need. And it should feel effortless. Take a closer look at things in your life that may be off balance. At this time is best spent doing a personal inventory of what brings you harmony and what causes life to feel scattered and unbalanced. Set intentions and dream of everything you have always wanted. The moon can bring powerful changes and positive inspiration. So I'll just start by saying that can apply to anybody.
Oh yeah. Do you want to know what that sounds like to me?
What?
Basically sounds like somebody who was told they had a 300-word essay that they needed to print out,
but fill out words.
but they only could come up with 100, so they just like rented a thesaurus and tried their damnedest to fill that out. It's so asinine too, because all you've essentially described is you may feel you've essentially described you may feel like you're in chaos. Take a step back and do some personal inventory.
And that could apply to anybody. Okay, ready for this one?
Yeah.
Here we go. Here is the one on horoscope.com from today for us. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Do you say yes every time someone asks you for a favor? Is it sometimes hard to find time for yourself because you're so busy coming to the rescue of a friend or a family member? Today's celestial energies ask you to think about you. Say no to your sister's 10th babysitting request in 2 weeks. Do absolutely nothing if that's what you wish. Take care of yourself and be unproductive.
Fucking what? It just told me to take a rest day? It told me to take a mental health day.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
The app told us that we feel balanced and harmonious. The website told us that we feel too busy. Which one is it?
God. Yeah, which one's right? Here. We'll put a third one in the ring. This is the one that I have from Daily Horoscope.
Oh my god.
You may receive an offer or an opportunity today or soon that could change your life, Capricorn. Yet you may feel that you are not in a position to accept what is presented. Don't make that mistake. Look into your future and imagine how you might feel if you were to turn it down now. You may be overcome by all you have to do now, and the thought of taking on something new might be challenging. However, once you get past all those obligations and they are no longer a concern, you will see how fortunate things could have been if you just said yes. Say yes.
Yes.
Fucking
Um,
God, like this one says say no. This one says say yes. That one says fucking don't do anything and chill. What's the goddamn answer here?
what's the answer? Which one's right? It's just funny
Yeah.
to me because, like, this is why I laugh because I nowadays, if I am to ever look at a horoscope, whenever it is,
Mhm.
I look at it at the end of the day and see if it was right. Because
Yeah.
what's ironic is 99% of the time is it's wrong. And today is a perfect example of the fact that
Mhm.
it's like we have three different places that say three different things. And
Right.
like it can't all be different. Like they should at least all say something similar, and yet they
Right.
don't. And that's my whole
No.
point is I don't believe in this because of this exact reason. There's too many different
Mhm.
sources.
Sure.
And then like have you ever been to a tarot card reading?
I have actually.
Okay, so my friend did a tarot card reading for me, but the person who
Uh-huh.
believes in this stuff.
Sure, sure,
And
sure.
what happened with you? Do you remember what happened?
Vaguely. I remember because I was over at like a friend's house, and their sister-in-law was very big into like the magics and the tarot cards and astrology and what have you. Um, so we all kind of sat down. We did a pulling of all the cards. They're very specific about their cards, right? So some of these witches or whatever they're called uh uh let people handle the cards to put their energies all over it or some nonsense like that, and then but this particular one was like, you cannot touch these cards, these are my own personal cards, you'll put your energy all over it. And it's like, okay, what does that mean? What's going on? I don't
See, I
know.
would have
But
touched it. If someone said that to me, I
I
would have touched it immediately.
I'm not that rude. Like, I'm not going to be that guy to just like, oh, fuck
Uh,
your rules, fuck your comfort zone or whatever. But
no, I'm kidding.
um
I wouldn't. But you know what I mean. I'd be
but
tempted
no,
to.
I know what you mean. But like it didn't really mean anything drawing all of those cards and uh uh sitting there talking about like my life and my future, I guess. And I think what it ultimately boiled down to was like we as people try and find patterns in our lives to begin with. We're like we were trained, like our DNA has been trained to find patterns in life because it was beneficial at the time to find and process patterns quickly. But now we've moved into a point where these kinds of things they're not as helpful as they once were.
Yeah, I agree. Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes me laugh. It really does.
I agree. It's fun.
Because
I'm not going to turn down a tarot card reading. I'll like
yeah,
somebody wants to give me a reading out there, fucking do it. What's my star
yeah.
sign or some
I've
shit. I don't know.
Yeah, my friend did one for me one time,
Mhm.
and it was at work. Funny enough, so it was
Yeah,
quick. It wasn't like super
sure.
difficult.
Probably like a simple 3 card draw or even
Yep,
just a one
that's all it
card
was.
daily
It's a
draw.
3 card draw. Yep, exactly.
Yep,
Yep.
yep, yep. Past,
And
present, future.
so, yep. So essentially, she just showed out the cards. She said, pick 3 cards, any random
Mhm.
cards. I'm like, and this is supposed to determine my fate today? Like, what?
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, boop, boop, boop. I'm like, whatever, fine. And I forget exactly what she said, but I remember her saying 3 different things
Mhm.
that all could be anybody.
Yeah.
And I really said that to her. I'm like, this could be anybody, right? And she's
Mhm.
like, but this is the ones you picked. So these are the ones that are manifested under your energy. And I
Mm-hmm.
literally, I got up and walked out of the room. I'm like, I cannot do this.
Right.
I cannot do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the person who, I don't believe in destiny or fate. I believe you make your own destiny and fate. I believe that
Sure.
I don't like the idea that somebody has or something has predetermined my fate for me without
Mm-hmm.
any consent from me at all. I don't like
I
that
agree.
idea. I'm sure that's pretty peaceful for some people knowing that they have
Right.
some kind of destiny that's already been kind of worked out for them. But I
Yeah.
like to think the idea of like, I have a specific, you know, thing I
Mm-hmm.
want to do and I can
There's
manifest it if I want to
there's
because
some
I choose to,
control.
you
Yeah.
know?
There's some control that you can exert to push your life in one direction or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. I don't know. It's a little too close to nihilism for
Mm-hmm.
me. Um
What's nihilism
eh,
again?
nihilism is the one where like, oh, it doesn't matter because your life is just already predetermined and you're going to relive like whatever you
Oh, you're
do
going to
is just going
relive
to
your past
happen.
life again. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Exactly. And you have to like accept that and accept the fact that this conversation is going to happen for the rest of eternity all throughout time until fucking entropy or whatever ends, and that's just the way it is. That's nihilism. And there's a certain level of like, oh, it doesn't matter anymore, which
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's not my favorite philosophy. I like parts of it. Like I understand loving one's fate or trying to like be happy with the fact that your life is whatever it is, but I still don't like the fact that like um it's just going like this is it. This is what it's going to be and this is what it's always going to have been, and I don't know. It's astrology is definitely a little too close to nihilism for my taste.
I just did a tarot card drawing.
Oh yeah.
Do you wanna read
Sure.
do you wanna read our tarot card? Hold on,
Yeah, all right.
I
Hit
gotta
me.
wait till this ad goes away. Hold on one second here, because I am paying premium for this shit.
All right.
Oh my
Here.
god.
I'll even draw my daily card as well.
Okay. Whoever comes up first is the one. I'm
I've
interested.
got it.
I am really interested to see what our friendship
Yeah.
looks like today.
Oh, that would be interesting.
All right, you
Well,
got yours.
okay.
Go
So
ahead.
here's my daily draw. The draw that I got for today. I got the Ace of Wands reversed. A lack of energy, lack of passion, and boredom. When the energy and passion of the Ace of Wands is reversed, it could likely mean that you are starting to lose your motivation and willpower. The daily grind has weakened your inspiration to create what you used to have so much excitement for. On the other hand, you might be so overwhelmed with excitement for so many things, you might lack direction on where you should go. Fucking, do I seem out of it today? Am I uncreative? Do I not feel? Is this not? Are you not entertained?
I mean, we're literally recording a podcast episode. How is that not being productive?
Exactly.
I mean,
I'm
like, come
being
on.
the most productive right now.
All right, here we go. Here's mine. So I got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay.
Nice.
So this inverted card has a good indication that the major part of this struggle is now over. Situations are going to change very soon. The external factors will be in your control. You have been using your wits to deal with things up until now. A new ray of hope will come in, changing the situations for the better. Though it will not happen overnight, expect a slow start. Any kind of recovery is also possible, be it financial or personal. What? That
I
could
don't
be any
understand.
day of my life.
Right?
I
That was like
literally
me 2 years ago. That was me fucking yesterday. Like, what do you fucking mean?
what recovery? I am not suffering right now in any way, shape, and form. I'm very thankful to
Mm-hmm.
say that this could not be more wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I gotta see what our friendship is. Hold
Oh
on.
yeah.
Let's
Let me
see
see
it.
if
So
I
okay,
think my
I
my
have
app could
two
do
different
something like that.
websites I'm gonna use.
Okay.
F is for
I have
friends
I
who.
have a compatibility thing. I think that's more about like romantic compatibilities, but like what do you do with two Capricorns? And my
According to this
fucking
website, Capricorns do best with Virgos and Scorpios.
interesting.
Okay.
I don't know either.
Let's
Or
see.
Cancer was really good with Capricorn, or like I I don't know. It's just like I think as far as I'm concerned, if you're not a douchebag, then I'll probably like you. If you're an absolute tool and you hurt people with your words or your actual physical or whatever, then I'm going to fucking hate you. And if you start spouting like, "Oh, I can't help it because I'm a goddamn Gemini," it's like I'm going to hate you even more.
Mm-hmm.
There's I don't know. And again, to anyone out there who actually likes astrology and tarot and all of this pagan magics and whatnot, I'm not going to tell you to stop.
Neither am
Far
I.
be it from me to try and convince you any of that. Like there's something out there, and I think there's some real like manifestation energy to a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
You think about it and you want to manifest it, so that's the magic that they're trying to create, and I'm all for that. I like manifestation, like be it meditation or tarot, like whatever gets you to that point, go for it. That's the one that I enjoy. I
Like,
want $1 million. How do I manifest that? Like
yeah,
that's
like I'm
I'm
not.
more into that.
I'm not gonna say that I've never said myself, I'm manifesting this. Like, I've
Yeah,
definitely said this before. You know what I
for
mean? And
sure.
that's not something that I would take lightly either, because, like, if I say
Right.
I'm manifesting something, then I'm gonna get it done. But
Right.
it's just very. What's the word? Is it authoritative? It's very authoritative. Like, another one is, like,
Mm.
when you're dating somebody else,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Instantly, all the
I do
time,
that
I get
sometimes.
asked. Right, yeah. Instantly, all the time, if I'm ever dating somebody, I get asked, "Oh, what's his sign?
Mhm.
What's her sign?" You
Right.
know? And I literally say, "I don't know." Like, I don't ask that question, you
Right.
know? Yeah,
I don't care.
like, oh, this person is a I don't know, Gemini, and you're a
Mhm.
Capricorn. This is why it won't work.
Mhm. It's not gonna work.
Like,
Like,
you don't even know this
congratulations.
person. Like, how in the world can you judge this? You're
Mhm.
judging this person based on assumptions, based on dates, and based on a stupid astrological sign. You cannot tell me that that is not
Yep.
judgmental. You cannot
Yep.
tell me that is judgmental.
Yep.
That is
Exactly.
awful. You should never do that with anybody. You shouldn't do that with
Oh, yeah.
anything in your life. Never judge a
No, of
book by
course
its
not.
cover. Always get to know the person first.
Mhm.
Always don't. I would even say this beyond the aspect of human beings. Don't ever judge
Right.
anything before you do it. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's just ugh. Ugh. It's
On
sorry.
an
I had
unrelated
to. I
no,
had to
no,
say that.
you're
I had to
you're fully
digress.
good. You're fully good. On an unrelated side note, I love that saying, "Don't judge a book by its cover," because that's literally the only purpose a cover of a book has, is to be judged.
Yep.
I love that. I love that.
I
Anyway.
know. I know, but it's true. I mean, it's like you can't. It's again very authoritative to say like,
Mhm.
oh, this will not work because this person is this when
Mhm.
they know nothing about the other person. It's like,
Exactly.
come on, man,
Mhm.
what are you doing? Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know. I wanted astrology to be something. Better might be the word. Um and who knows, whatever like astrology's roots were, maybe back then there was more of a magic or a science to it that we just don't understand in our modern day. We've taken something that we don't fully understand and we've just kind of commercialized it into whatever it is right now. I don't know. And I mean, I could go into the commerce of it anyway. Like legitimately, I wouldn't mind representing Capricorn.
I
If
have
I
our
could.
compatibility, by the way,
Oh,
when you're
do
ready.
ya? Okay. Well, do your thing, and then I'll go into the commercialization of
Okay,
shit.
sure. Okay. So, based on horoscope.com, okay, there really is no other better place than to go to horoscope.com.
Okay.
I have it right here. Hold on. So,
Okay.
it says,
Hit me.
if the Apple TV ad will go away, Apple sponsors. 8 out of
You
10.
just keep bringing it up. You just like unprompted.
The Apple TV ad got in the way of the website.
The fanboy out of this man over here.
I
Like,
just love Apple.
how many times have I brought up Samsung or Android or iOS? We did one episode about Apple versus Android.
Technically, every episode you brought up Samsung because I bring up Apple every episode. Okay.
Well, Samsung, sponsor me specifically. I will be your fucking champion. I will be the guy up against this Apple menace.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
So Capricorn is apparently 2 Capricorns together are an 8 out of 10. Apparently.
Okay.
When these two get together, they are the definition of classy. That's kind of correct. Because I could tell you right now, when I went on a trip with Max in Disney World, the amount of bougie food we ate was just unbelievable.
Well, that's just Disney, though.
But
like,
that's still classy.
hard.
That's expensive food we ate.
I guess that's true. But, like, you don't go to Disney and then just eat at the McDonald's.
Some
go to
kids
Disney
do.
and you have the good stuff.
Some people go to the Disney World and go to just the food trucks. All right. They both contribute to the other person's life, and they motivate and inspire each other to be better, more successful people. I would say that's correct.
Sure.
I mean,
but
we made a...
Again...
Mm-hmm.
Again, that could be like anybody.
I know.
Like, we're just friends.
The symbol of the Capricorn is the sea goat, who is always climbing further to reach to the top.
Which doesn't make any sense because it's a fucking fish and a goat at the same time. I'll get into it with the commercialization bit, but my god, does that upset me. A goatfish climbing up the mountain with its whatever. Anyway, keep going.
Okay. This friendship is upwardly mobile and always looking to improve themselves and their status. They worked hard to obtain both goals, both personally and professionally. So when this friendship sets their sights on something, there's little reason they won't get it. I would say that's pretty true.
That's fair.
Each person in this partnership is a force to be reckoned with, but as a team, they are virtually unstoppable. Together, there are few problems that they can't solve and few obstacles they can't overcome. I'll actually say that that's very accurate, because the two of us have had a lot of personal problems come up with our friend groups, and we've kind of come together to figure that stuff out, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Let me see here. They might have to schedule... Other people might have to schedule special time to spend time with each other, because Capricorns are notorious workaholics who often choose work over personal life. Yep, that's me.
Yeah.
Yep, that's me.
Maybe.
That's me. Capricorn is ruled by the ambitious Saturn, whose main focus is on setting goals and achieving them. And because of this, friendship is very clever-minded and will spend as much time at work as possible. I don't know if I agree with that one.
I don't know if I agree with that one either. I mean, I spend a lot of time at work for sure. I'm not opposed to money. I like money.
Yeah, but that's the only reason why we
give us your money.
Yeah.
Like, that would be great. Wouldn't that be nice? We should set up some sort of donation thing so that they can give us money. That would be
that's
nice.
Totally the reason why we should do that. Yeah. Yeah, all right. I knew this already. Capricorn is an earth sign, which is a nod to responsibility.
Yeah.
They are extremely interested in the rewards. Interesting that you just said that and you said rewards.
I do like money.
Oh my god. They're interested in the rewards that all of their hard work brings. So they are incredibly good providers. When two earth signs get together, they are very practical about their finances and are able to build up a large nest egg fairly quickly. That's pretty accurate. We're able to save when we need to.
Yeah, when we need to. I'm very bad with money, though.
But you're not.
I mean,
I wouldn't say you're
okay.
bad. You're not bad.
Yeah.
You just choose to spend it on certain things. But, you don't.
Yeah.
I don't see you spending money irresponsibly.
Hmm.
You know?
I mean, I guess that's also true.
That's what I'm talking about, is spending stuff on shit you don't need.
I do that all the time, though.
I mean,
have you seen my Pop Funko wall?
I was gonna say, should I pan over to my couch right now?
Should I fucking show you all of the Pop
Should
Funkos
I bring
still in box? Mint in box.
Don't make me show off my my Destiny dog stuffed animal, my Hetsu Etsy stuffed animal, and then on top of that, my me bought Discord stuffed animal. Cause the Hetsu one was great though. That was $20. I mean, I couldn't say no to that. It's hand knit $20.
Ooh, nice. I don't know. It's. I can agree that like I'm not hurting for money at the moment.
Sorry,
I'm not. Yeah.
This is so bad. I just read both friends will likely have a lot of stamina, and I just read that out of context.
Yes, you did. All right then.
They can keep things going all night long.
You keep reading it. What's
Hey,
happening?
I'm reading a website. I'm not reading anything else.
I guess that's true. I don't know.
Oh man,
it's this fucking guy.
Yeah. What? Hey, I'm reading words off a page. Don't judge me. I didn't write the words. Okay,
that's fair.
That's our friendship.
Cool. All right, I will go back to the commercialization of everything.
Okay.
And ultimately, the larger thing that I hate, specifically about Capricorn, because I, being a Capricorn myself, would love to represent, whether or not I believe in it or not. Like I don't care. I would love to rock some merch and show off that I was born in January and the whole fucking deal there. But do you know how hard it is to find an accurate depiction of a Capricorn? It's maddening.
Nope.
Like
what is an actual Capricorn supposed to look like?
It's supposed to be like the front it's a Taur of some kind. The front half is a goat, and then the back half is a fish.
Right, okay.
Go fish. Go fish for life. Fucking fuck yeah. I won the lottery on the weirdest fucking star sign in the whole thing. And sure, like, there is a centaur in the star signs, but that's just a guy and then a horse. I got goat fish. Goat fish, fuck yes.
I did too.
But whenever I go on and I I want a necklace or a shirt or a bracelet or whatever, it's usually just the goat. And do you know how boring that is?
We're also very rare. Capricorns are very rare in humanity, by the way.
Really?
In general. Yes.
I can see that. Spring is a lovely time for the process, I suppose.
Yeah, because you have to think 9 months in advance. But people usually do that kind of stuff on New Year's.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
So when you think about it, it's usually right after. Apparently, our birthstone is a garnet as well.
Oh, I love garnet.
That's totally outside of the astrology part.
No, we're just talking about birthdays now. I love garnets too. That nice deep red color. So good.
Garnets are good.
But yeah, no, like whenever I'm trying to find Capricorn anything, it's usually I usually have to resort to just getting the constellation, which is still cool, but whenever you just put a goat and then type Capricorn out, I know that you're just trying to make money off of me because you didn't take the time to fully understand what it actually is. You didn't take the time to fully understand that goat fish is so much better than just goat.
Goat with waves surrounding it, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Goat with fishtail.
Yeah.
It's so much better.
It is so much better, yeah, I agree. But yeah,
Anyway,
I don't know.
that's mostly my rant.
I don't really care for astrology too much. It's just not really my thing. I don't believe in fate and destiny. I'm a very down to earth person. I believe what's in front of me. I believe factual things. I believe, things that are in front of my eyes, are things that I can experience personally. But that's just me. I don't know. I mean, we could go on a debate about this with other people. I mean,
It's true.
Find it very interesting that we chose to do this one ourselves. I think we should start, bringing guests onto this podcast.
Bring guests on.
I think that
might not be a bad idea.
Like I think my friend Catherine would be a very interesting person to interview because she is very into astrology, and I am not. So it's very interesting. Our friendship.
Would love to understand. Yeah,
I
think it would be awesome to get them on to even just ask questions and understand.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it'll be fun, right? Maybe we'll think about it.
I think
about
so.
Stuff like that.
We'll think about that.
Maybe astrology is something we should bring up again someday.
Mm-hmm.
And think about that. But
exactly.
Let's call this one here.
Yeah.
There comes a point where I feel like we've
kind of hit the mark, hit the end of it.
Well, not even that. Just we've like. There's a point where I feel like we've talked about everything we can talk about it, and right now I feel like that's what that is. So
I guess that's also fair, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
yeah.
It is what it is, yeah.
I'm definitely still like, you want to believe in astrology and witchcraft and paganism and all of this stuff, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. And again, like, there is a lot of symbols and art out there that I would love to rock on merch, provided it was accurate. That's all I'm saying, is that I love this as a fun thought experiment, or even at bare minimum as a cool, I'm a Capricorn, let me grab something that I can wear to show that off. That's really where I'm coming from. That's my love for all of this. And I hope that you lovely people out there in the interwebs can understand that, and that you, I don't know, start thinking about some of this stuff maybe even a little bit more critically, because many of these modern day astrology people, they're just trying to take advantage of you. And that concerns me on a higher level than just you wanting to believe in something so hard that you'll go anywhere to try and get it. Like,
I agree.
That's really all this is about.
Yeah, the commercialization is a bit nuts. It's a bit bad. I don't think that people should be, I don't think that people should be, like, even, like, for us, like, drawing the wrong picture and then making money off of it. You know what I mean? That's wrong. That's wrong.
It's disgusting.
It is. So if you're watching this episode and you draw for zodiac symbols, make sure it's correct.
Make sure it's a goat fish.
Which is so much
The
cooler.
fish is like the most important part of the goat.
Exactly.
Anyway, I guess that's been us. That's been this episode of the Dialogue Dome, talking about astrology and all the commercializations out there. Stay safe. That's really ultimately what this episode boils down to, is like, believe what you're going to believe, but be safe about it.
Yes.
There's so many con artists and snake oil salesmen out there trying to take advantage of you, especially in this field.
Exactly, yeah. So, but yeah, this has been the Dialogue Dome. Again, I'm Brendan. This is Max over here. We have a bunch of walkthroughs on our YouTube channel. We just started doing them. And we will see you all in the next episode. Take care. Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.